Hey everybody, I think we're in that awkward moment where we're still waiting for everyone to come into the webinar, so we'll just give everyone a minute. Good morning. I've seen names rolling in. Just so everyone's aware, I'm Thomas, and depending on what side of the screen you're on, this is Jordan with truFlow. So yeah, come in, we'll give everyone a few more minutes, and then we'll get started.
I think we have a few people in here now. We'll have some more joiners as we go through, but I think we can kick things off here. For anyone who missed, my name is Jordan, and this is Thomas with truFlow Technology. I'm sure most of you know one of us from dealing with your truMobile account. We're super, super excited to launch this program, our truMobile Ambassador program. It's been a long time coming, and we're really excited to get you guys more engaged, more users, and really see the full value of your app. So I don't know if you can hear that feedback, Thomas. Is it just me?
No, people are telling me it's me, so I'm gonna turn my mic off, and which will be a pleasant surprise for most people. So.
Okay, perfect. We'll get started here. To kick things off, get my slides working here. So what we're going to cover today, what is the Ambassador Program, why you should become an ambassador. We are going to email everyone that attends today's session their adoption report. So you'll get some metrics on how many users you have, how often people are logging in, and how to increase those adoption rates and marketing tips. We'll help you with our new support structure and show our new guide online. Features that you should be using right now. We'll demo a couple features near the end, and then of course a question period. And to follow up on our nice dance music, I wanted to kick things off with a fun little draw. So throughout our presentation today, we're going to have a few lucky winners of some e-gift cards. So I'm going to go ahead and kick off our first draw. So early bird gets the worm. Whoever is here on time, we will draw from the audience. Okay, Taha Ahmed. So we will get an email from our team here with an e-gift card after the presentation's over. And stay tuned, stay engaged, and these draws will continue to pop up throughout the presentation. We just want to thank you so much for giving us your time. So without further ado, let's get started. So what is the truMobile Ambassador Program? So the whole purpose of this program is to help you guys increase your app adoption and engagement. So you are our client, but you guys have your clients that we want engaged with the app as well. So the program's going to be fully immersive training schedule. We do have CE accredited monthly sessions. Now for Alberta and Ontario only, these will be mailed out in January. So unfortunately, you guys will have to wait a little bit till you get those credits, but they are coming, and we'll make sure we're tracking attendance for all of those as well. We will have a certification from marketing to key features. So, when these reports come out, you guys will understand what these numbers mean, how you can increase them. You'll get tips and tricks from our internal resources, as well as other people on the team that can help solidify your engagement. Quarterly events that will always include some, well, not always, but will hopefully include some prizes. Today we have a bunch for you to kick things off. And we want you to become an expert. So our goal is to have a few people from your team really be the truMobile expert, the ambassador. If there's a question inside the office, they're coming to you first. And of course, if the ambassador can't answer the question, then we are here as a support for you. But we want to give you all the tools in your tool belt to be able to answer any of those questions internally, both to your staff members or to any clients coming to you with those questions. And yeah, the goal is we're going to train your ambassadors so they're able to take that information to the rest of the office. So throughout the ambassador program, we're going to learn how to increase the user adoption, learn the basics of how to use the tool, but also inspiring your team to leverage truMobile better to help serve your clients. And we know firsthand that having someone on the team that's digitally forward and ready to champion this new technology will really help you guys with adoption and engagement. So we're super excited to have you all here, and really wanted to thank you for your time. And I think I'm going to pass this over to Thomas here. So why should you become an ambassador?
I'm going to unmute. All right. So again, as Jordan said, the reason for becoming an ambassador is to help you guys increase your adoption. And as you'll see later on, we're going to have Sandra, our product owner for truMobile, actually show some of the new features and so show some of the capability. We just want to make sure that everyone at your brokerage knows the tool and can actually take advantage of some of these new features. And as we'll kind of give a sneak peek of some of this 2021 releases, there's going to be a lot more you're going to be able to do within the app and a lot more servicing you're going to be able to do within the app. So we just want to make sure you're set up to do it and take full advantage of the tool. The other thing is for the people on this call who become an ambassador, there's a good opportunity not only to get CE credits, but to become a leader within your business, right? So I'm sure there's someone who's your go-to person for your BMS, who's your go-to person when it's talking about coverages. We want to make sure there's someone who's the go-to person for technology, for marketing, for communications with the end client, and we want to help the ambassadors become that person. And then the other big thing is there's going to be, I know for Jordan and myself, a lot of what I learned from marketing actually comes from you guys, from the brokers on this call and the marketing people on this call. So this is going to be a community where we can share some ideas about what's going on, how to increase adoption, how to better use the tool, but also hear about what's coming up next, what's going on in the world, and what kind of features we can add to the tool. And then the last one is some sweet prizes. So there will be a swag bag coming to the ambassadors shortly, and then in the new year, a lot more swag. And as far as prizes go, Jordan, you may not know this, but Taha, I've talked to Taha before. He's actually our developer from our Egypt office. So that means he's sneaking in watching this so we can actually get to do another draw, which is really just me being excited to push this button. So here's our first redraw of the day. Who's it going to be? Yura. So there will be a gift card emailed out to you right at the end of this call here. So just so everyone knows, when it comes to kind of signing on to be the ambassador, it's not really just going to be a little stamp and a badge. There will be some effort involved from your side as well, right? So there'll be about an hour to an hour and a half a month where we might do some training. We might get some feedback from you. We might actually have a call with you to talk about adoption, talk about strategies, and see what we can do to make the tool fit your business a little better. So there's a bit of a time commitment. The other thing, is your key functions will be to help train new staff, to help make sure that your adoption's up, and just to help communicate and create communication plans with your clients. So there's a bit of a commitment from your side. It isn't going to kind of just be you're getting a few more emails a month. There will be some work that we need to do with you to help you increase adoption. And then soon you will be getting, everyone will be getting an adoption report. So you're going to get an adoption report that tells you how many users you have, how many times they've logged in, and we're going to actually track your progress. So the first one you guys get today, that's kind of like where we're setting a benchmark. And then our goal is that when we meet quarterly, we can actually see the overall adoption for truMobile users going up. And we'll actually kind of zero in on specific groups that are doing it well, and they can actually share their experience and some of the tips and tricks they're doing. And we're actually going to be lucky enough that the communications director for Sharp is going to be coming to explain how they got to their adoption levels. So it'll be a place to share and talk about what's working and what's not working. And then our last one is for me here is if you build it, it doesn't necessarily mean they will come. So what I mean by that is I think everyone on this call, myself included, we can all admit that having an insurance app is great. The ability to service and talk to your clients is exactly what we want. But yes, Tanya, this image is supposed to be a little movie, but it's not. Sorry. So there. But the biggest thing is having an app doesn't necessarily get you adoption, right? So we want to make sure everyone has what they need to increase adoption. So we'll be kind of talking about how to create social media posts, how to do email marketing about your tool. Making sure you have a web page and a login on your website, explaining what the app does, how they can download it, why it's important, how to register. And then we're going to help you guys formulate contests. So we all know that the broker is the most important part of the sign-up process. So motivating your brokers and your staff to be excited and to promote the app is something we're going to help out with, different contests and promotions. And then lastly, doing one training once a year about the app for brokers is probably not enough for them to be excited and to know all the ins and outs of the tool. So we'll talk a little bit about how we're going to do monthly sessions for training. But also, the goal would be to train someone on your side who is confident in showing kind of the ins and outs of the tool and helping their own staff use it. So we'll give her a few seconds to log back in. We're actually lucky enough to have Tanya from Sharp Insurance here on the call. So for those of you who don't know, Sharp was one of the first users of the tool. So they've had a head start on adoption, and I'm sure Tanya will tell you they've done all of the good things, the bad things, stuff that worked, didn't work, to try and get adoption up. But we'll talk about it at the end. But once you get adoption up and have people using the tool, the overall benefit of it, that's where you really get it, is when you have people using it. They're not calling in as much and they're self-serving. That's when you actually get the benefit of this tool. So I'm going to let Tanya take over and talk about how they got their adoption so high.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Jordan. Hi, I am Tanya Coburn, the communications manager for Sharp Insurance, and I've been with the company since 2013. So from the very beginning of having the app, and there are two main points that we know works for app adoption. The first point is you have to get your team on board. Absolutely, your brokers have to be on board and they have to believe in the technology. And the second thing is you actually have to communicate something 8 to 10 times to your client for them to actually learn it and use it. And it seems like a lot. So you can't just send them one email about the app, and you have to have 8 to 10 points of communication and 4 different types of communication. So we're just going to quickly talk about quick fire ways to start getting that momentum on your app and just basic things you need for your clients to know that you do have an app. So just like Thomas said, if you build it, they won't come unless they know about it. Easiest way is to get a landing page up on your website like we do here on our Sharp Insurance website. It's under customer care. And if you want to visit that, it's just sharpinsurance.ca. And we have screenshots of all the different things our app can do. So our customers know that they can get their pink card, they can check their payments, they can request changes. The second area you want to make sure that you have is email communication. So anytime there's a change on a policy, anytime we have new business downloads from our BMS or renewal downloads, we send out an email telling them to see your policy, log into our app. And the messaging we're doing now, because we know that insurance companies everywhere are going paperless and we want to get in front of it, we say, we're now paperless. To access your policy, log in online. You are no longer going to get paper. And this is going to be industry-wide in Canada, where more and more insurers are going to go paperless. So we want to get ahead of this. And this has really been driving engagement quite a bit. We've launched this new way of sending people their documents via email. Before, we used to do a snapshot. Here's your renewal. Here's your policy number. Here are your payments. Now we ask people to log in to see that. And so we've seen our adoption rates rise just through renewal emails and calls to action like that. So right now, Sharp Insurance has a 65% adoption rate, and we have on average 4,000 to 5,000 users engaging with our app every single month. And the reason why we have that is because we're constantly getting in front of our clients about the app. So another channel, of course, is social media. And we do have a free branded video we can give you about the app that you can post on your social media. And it just basically tells your client key features. So if you don't have that branded videos from us already, just send us a message. Send a message to Thomas and Jordan. We'll get that out to you. Another area that you want to focus on, and honestly, if it wasn't for the brokers, we would not have app adoption like we do now. So it's our team leads, it's our frontline staff that's driving engagement and that's driving adoption rates in Sharp Insurance. Marketing, I think social media, email marketing probably is about 20% of that. 80% of that is our frontline staff. So without them, we wouldn't have the engagement we have. So in order for your app to be successful, you should have an online team, whether it's 1 or 2 brokers or a whole team, depending on the size of your brokerage. You need someone to create a workflow. So if someone is putting in a request through the app, who gets that? What is your SLA? How long does it take for you to respond to that? How are you going to respond? Are you calling them? Is it going to be over email? So you want to make sure you set up a really strong workflow so that the experience for the customer is smooth. Second to that is training your brokers. So on every call, no matter what it is, we always promote the app. It's part of our customer experience and quality assurance. So if someone calls and says, hey, can you send me a copy of my PIN card? Our brokers will say, hey, why don't we log in together online and you can access your PIN card right away instead of sending them an email, because you're just going to keep getting those PIN card calls over and over again until you teach your clients that, hey, you don't need to call us. It is on the app. Or if someone's like, hey, I don't know what my payment is. Can you help me with that? The broker would be like, sure can, here's your payment, but I'm going to log in with you right now over the phone and show you how you can access that and you don't even have to call in. So little things like that will drive engagement because, again, it's 8 to 10 times communication with your clients on 4 different platforms. So over the phone with a broker, social media, email, and website. And in 6 months, you will see double your engagement rates. I promise you. If you stick to that, it will work. And reward your staff. You're asking your brokers, you're asking frontline staff to add yet another thing they have to do on their calls with their clients. And we all know the strain on brokers right now is very high. Brokers are overloaded across Canada. I know my brother and sister are brokers in Nova Scotia. It's the same story. They're overworked. So asking them to add another 2 minutes to a call can be a lot. So reward staff, do contests. At Sharp Insurance, we love a good contest. We're very competitive. So, who had the most app signups in 1 month, or a team collaborative effort. So say, you know what, if we hit 1,000 app signups in December, we're going to send everybody a $20 Amazon gift card. So something just to reward staff for really encouraging your customers to sign in onto the app. And also it's great because it's going to reduce the calls that clog up your broker's time. So they're not selling policies and they're not cross-selling and they're not doing what they're trained to do, which is to give really meaningful insurance underwriting advice. And that is really all I have for now. We will be doing a longer seminar in the new year about marketing. So stay tuned for that coming up.
Yeah. So we're going to turn it over to Sandra, our product owner, who's going to show some of the new features and demo some of the different training and marketing materials. The one thing before I sign off here is feel free to reach out to Jordan and myself. Like, we have these marketing materials already pre-made. So we have things like videos. If you want to send a video, we've got promotional materials. We have, the actual Facebook and social media posts, and we can get you images. So feel free to connect with us and we'll help you come up with an adoption strategy. That is the purpose of this, of the ambassador program, is to help you increase those things. So if we have time, we'll show you some good examples. But I think it's more important to show you some of the new things we have coming down the pipe. So Sandra, take it away.
I'm just going to hop in with a little draw here.
Oh, a draw.
Since you had to redraw mine, we'll do one more lucky draw before we pass it over to Sandra talking about support and new features. And congratulations, Yura. Okay. Kelly. So Kelly, you will also get an email of a gift card after today's session. Congratulations. Take it away, Sandra.
Thanks, Jordan. Thanks, Thomas. Hi, everyone. I'm Sandra. I'm the product owner for truMobile. Actually, what I'm going to do today is you probably know that. I'll just do a quick refresher and some of the cool features that we have that you can use. I'll show you how you can get some data out of our system, so that will help you with all the marketing. And I'm sure Tanya can give you examples of how they've been using this at Sharp Insurance. Okay, let me try to share my screen here. Okay. Can you all see my screen? Okay.
It's going to take a few seconds to load up, Sandra. There you go.
Okay.
Now we can see it.
Okay. Okay. So one of the features that we added recently was giving you the ability to upload all your book of business so that you can start having a communication platform right from our truMobile. I don't know how each of you handles that, but I don't know if you have a tool that allows you to reach out to all your users or all your insureds and give them a piece of information about a change coming to the market. For example, Intact changing their policy numbers on renewal. You can actually do that from our platform. Let me go to reports. Reports section is very beneficial for you. It has some data that can allow you to interact with all your users or all your book of business, provided that you add them there. Okay, so let me first show you what you can do with the reports, then I'll get to how you can add everyone in your system and have like one-shot email sent to everybody with a message talking about a certain change or a certain info that you want to pass along to your customers. So for example, what I did right now is I went to policy data. Okay, this is our test account. So all the data here is just dummy data. What am I going to do? So let's say Intact is making a change. So I'll select Intact. Everybody who has an Intact policy. And I want to see if their renewal is coming up soon. So I would say greater than or equal, their expiration date is greater than or equal to next month. Let's say December 1st. Or maybe I did that wrong. It should be between. Sorry. Let me reset that. I'm going to choose people whose renewals are coming up between certain dates. So between December 1st and December 31st. Okay, so those are the people who are coming up for renewal. I hope we have data in our system. Okay, great. Then I can select everyone's policy and I can quickly send them a message and say, hey, your renewal is coming up soon. You're going to get a new policy number. Okay, I don't know how you communicate that to your customers, but this is a way that you can do it. There's a lot of other ways where you can use this data to communicate with your customers. Like, let's say there's a change coming to Aviva home policies. I can simply click on Aviva and click on home right over here. And now I have everybody who is a user in the system with the Aviva home policies. I can reach out to them all by just one message. Okay. So we have a lot of other reports that you can use. There's a lot of things that you can do with this. There are drivers. You can section the drivers. We list all the drivers on the policy. You can reach out to them. Tell them that there's a change, there's a certain discount if they're under a certain age group, know some demographics. You can also export all of these fields on an Excel sheet, and you can work off of that to communicate directly with the customers or to run some reports on your book of business. Something that I know a lot of brokers would like to do is that to make sure you're covered, you don't have an E&O coming your way. What you can do is just go to Vehicles Report, which shows all your vehicles and all the coverage is listed on the vehicles. And so I can, from the column chooser, and this is one of the things that you might have missed, is the column chooser. This includes more columns. Like, we're giving you all the data that we have, and we're letting you do whatever you want with the data, whatever reports you want. So one of the things that you might want to do is just pull all coverages out, drop it right over here, and you can check if someone does not have a certain coverage. So does not contain I don't know, 39. And you can check if any of those people qualify for a 39. And if so, you might send them a quick message from our system saying, hey, you do qualify for accident waiver. You want to give us a call so that we can add that to you. The beauty of our messaging here is that you will reach out to the customers via email. They will receive an email. If they have the app downloaded on their phones, if they have the push notification enabled, they will also get a push notification with that. One of the things that you might want to see is that you want to see whether the customer actually read the message or not. So you did all the hard work, you got the report, you sent out the messages, but you want to follow up and see who got your message, who read your message or not. From messages right over here, you can actually check whether the customer opened or just did not check their message. It's right over here. So you'll be able to track the progress of your messages going out. Okay, something else I want to make sure, like with our adoption here, like as Thomas and Tanya and Jordan were saying, like we need you to help your broker, your customers, by signing them up. So it's not just leaving up to them to sign up, because we all know the customers are lazy and they might not want to do that on their own. They will need help, they will need assistance. So what we've done is releasing this feature here for you, is that it helps you upload all your book of business and sign everybody up. Or you can choose to say, well, Intact is going paperless right now. I'm going to sign up everybody who has an Intact policy to make sure that they receive their documents. So all you need to do is just download our file here, our template, fill this template, add it back. It only requires you to add policy number, email address, that's all. And we are going to do all the work for you. We're going to upload the emails into the system. We're going to send out the registration emails automatically so that everybody who's listed on your sheet is going to get access to the system. They can check their policies, they can check their PIN card. And as Tanya was saying, it needs constant reminders. So you might want to have somebody on hold waiting for you to pick up and then have a message saying, well, do you have our insurance app? You can download it, you can get access to your PIN card, your e-documents, and anything you want. So at that point, you might save yourself a call from the queue, just saying like, hey, where's my renewal documents? So this is very important. And after our session today, we are actually going to send you out your adoption rates so that you know if you need to add more users, and we can certainly help you with that. If you need to add more users to the system so that you can start reaching out to them. Actually, even if the customer did not go through the whole process of signing up and finishing the registration, what they are going to be a user in your system where you can still reach out to them by email, even if they did not get back into the system. They might need constant reminders. Hey, this is the way that we're going to communicate with you moving forward. Here's how we do. It's just as simple as if you take all the calls for PIN cards, e-documents, and not show them this, they will continue to do it this way. It's just how you train them to do. So it needs a little bit of training. It's not hard. It's just that having to mention this on every single call, even if the customer calls in to make a change. We all know that they can send change requests from here, but still, if they call in to make a change, you can simply tell them like, well, great, I'm going to take this change. You are going to see the change reflected on the app within 3 to 5 business days or even less, so that they know that this is the way they can validate and check and go back to the system and see the change happen. It's all about changing their mindset. When online insurance online banking was first released, we needed constant reminders that, yeah, I don't need to come to the bank to deposit a check. I can do it right now from my phone. So that's exactly what you need to do. You need to keep reminding your customers, and I'm sure Tanya has a lot to share in that area and how she can do that. Something else that a lot of your brokers have been asking for, and we added recently, just want to give you a quick reminder, is that if you receive a support ticket from your customers, or there's something that you want to report to us directly, here's how you can do it. Just from this sign right up here, it will take you straight to our support system or ticketing system where you can submit a request for us, and we'll take a look, get back to you, resolve the issue. Okay, so it's just about clicking here, just as easy as this, clicking over here, we'll get to this page, fill in the information, we are going to receive it, and then you can keep checking over here if you have an account so that you can see the progress of your request. Something else is our documentation. So our guide, we've invested a lot in our guide right over here. It has everything you need to know about truMobile, how you can promote. We have sample of emails that you can start using and reach out to your customers with. It includes a how-to on every single thing in truMobile, how you can run reports, how you can sign up customers, how you can link policies together, how you can actually get some quick stats as well. Because sometimes you need to know, like, are people actually using the app? How many users do I have? So we have a lot. We have a page dedicated for what's coming soon. So we want you to be always on top of what the features that are coming, and I'll get to the sneak peek into what we're planning to add soon. But here's the page where you can check the update. Thomas and Jordan were talking about booking refresher sessions for your customers. We have our trainer, Christy, runs a training every single week on Thursdays. This is how you can register. Here we're talking about the ambassador, all the cool things that we have. This is a guide on how you can work on promoting your app, which is very important at that point. We need you to know we're giving you the tools. We're adding some phone hold scripts that you can use to add to your phone hold so that you can get your customers to be notified about the app, what they can do with the app, and that you might have less calls. Actually, one of the case studies that we have is that you got the call volume drops from 17 to 20% when you keep promoting for the app and letting your customers know by all means that you do have an app. Live scripts where you can have a chat with the customers, how you can talk about each feature that we have, email templates that you can send out to your customers and notify them about the app. Now we have launched the app. Maybe when we launch the app to you, this is the first thing that you need to do is launch it to your customers. You have the app currently, it's been there for a few months or maybe a few years. Maybe your customers need a reminder, new customers came on board. You need to always keep reminding your customers. One of the cool things that you can do is always add that in your signature that you do have an app. So when you respond to an email, you can actually, I can actually see that in your signature, and I will ask you about the app, even if I don't have an account. Social media templates, as Tanya was saying. So we've got everything right over here, and we've got the detailed guide on how to on each and every single thing. Please feel free to take a look. Let us know if there's anything that we're missing and you need us to add that there. We'd love your feedback on how to do things. Here's how you can mass register or add more users. Here's how you can give permissions to your staff. But again, having an ambassador is all about someone who's investing time doing all of that for the app, like training the team. And something I want to say is that if you are actually training your team, if you're our ambassador and you're training your team, you get double the credit hours as an instructor. I'm not sure if you, like when you are submitting a change, reporting a course that you're taking to get credit hours, you see if you choose an instructor, it doubles the time. So if it's 1 hour that you trained your staff, then it's 2 hours for you as credit. Okay, so that's our knowledge base. This is where you can find everything about the app, tips to help you. And even there's a guide on how to use our support ticketing system in case you have questions, in case you don't know what to do. Here's a guide that helps you. Sorry, my screen has a little bit of lag, but okay. So here's how you can check or how you can report something to us. Here's the guide for it. One of the things that we know that you all want, and it's going to be very helpful, we are going to add in the very near future the ability for our system to send out automated emails about renewals, new business, policy changes, cancellations. So once we receive a document that says renewal, we are going to send an email out to your customer saying, you got your renewal, please log into the app to check your renewal document. So we're actually going to be doing all that work for you, like policy changes. If there's a policy change document, we're going to send an email to the customer, say, we have a new change for you, please log in to check your policy change. Cancellations, new business, even with new business, we are going to send them out an email saying, new business, please check your documents. All of that is not going to work if you don't work with us to increase the adoption. So that's why we want you as an ambassador to work with us to increase your adoption by signing up customers, educating the customers so that we can help on the back end of things and start giving you more features to utilize the app. It's never going to work without you. Other things that we are going to add to the platform is actually, we'll take it another level. It's going to be even more than that. It's going to be a full system that you can send out campaigns, create your own emails, control the templates of the emails that go out to your customers. This is coming again in 2021. And the piece that most of you have been waiting and asking for is adding non-CISU policies. This is on our roadmap for 2021. We are going to be adding, let me stop my share screen here. We are going to, sorry, just give me 1 second. Okay, we are going to be adding non-CISU policies to the system in 2021. So that's what's coming. Briefly, what's coming in 2021, what features you can use right now. I'd like to hear from you if you have any questions, any features that you want us to add, anything that you think is missing, anything that you want to have in the app. Maybe we can help you with it right now. Thomas, you're on mute.
Trying to unmute myself. There we go. So thank you, Sandra. So feel free to keep throwing some questions in the here in the chat and in the QA section. I'll start answering a few that I already see. Just so everyone kind of sees where the tool is going, right? Is, once you can do a bulk upload of all of your customers and all of their contact info, and be able to update that regularly. The tool becomes truMobile becomes much more of your communication tool for all customers, right? So one of the polls I know that was asked is, how do you send mass communications? And so far the leading is, a MailChimp or a SharpSpring or an email marketing tool. Going forward, once you do a bulk upload of all of your personalized policies, this will become the tool that you can do more complex messaging, set up email templates, and Richard, to answer your question about the welcome email, Right now, the welcome email is a set template across all customers. But going forward, we are hoping to give you the opportunity to customize communications with your clients, so they're not as templated. They can be a little bit more fit your business. Yes. So Paige, I know there's a big ask for reporting. So there is, and you'll be able to see it in the Confluence. There is a whole page now about how to pull some of these reports on your own. So there's there'll be, how to pull users, adoption, figure out who's got this coverage, that coverage, and actually be able to pull those reports, and you can export them to Excel. As we mentioned, soon you'll be able to message straight from the app as well. And then, we're going to be sending out reports as well about your adoption, about your users. So you'll actually be able to, you'll be getting those from us, but we'll give you the power to do it as well. And then soon we're hoping to add a few more dashboards. And I'm getting nudged by everyone over here that we can do another quick draw here. So I'm going to spin this fancy wheel and see who is the winner. I love this wheel, by the way, everyone. This is the best. So Laura Huntley, you are our latest winner, and we're going to have a few more throughout this conversation. So keep throwing in questions. And Laura, your gift card's on the way. Just looking for more questions. Keep throwing them in there, everyone. And another big part of this, just so everyone's aware, is there is the help desk tool, right? So you guys can always submit a question, flag maybe a missing policy or any technical errors you might be having with the app. But feel free to put in feedback, features you want to see, things that are going on in your business that you feel like the app or the database that we have can help you improve kind of your operations. Let us know, and we're happy to always investigate new features and what to build next. So there's the $1 million question, BMS or Salesforce integrations. So, the one thing we really wanted to do on this call is actually explain some of the reasoning behind the development choices we've made, right? So doing a large integration with a BMS or Salesforce is actually, it's not that it's that complicated. It's just it's that hard to maintain over time because BMSs are always changing. Each BMS is configured slightly different for the broker, so there's too many variables to keep that up to date. So we are currently looking at doing some simple integrations to get contact information out. But the plan, at least in the short term, is to use the bulk upload feature to get all the contact info. And to actually make more of the messaging and more of the management of your customers happen inside truMobile, as opposed to always flipping back and forth between BMSs and different Salesforce tools.
I'll just answer Teresa's question here. So the bulk upload is only available for policies that download. Our goal is to be able to add commercial policies eventually. That is still on our roadmap, so we'll definitely keep you guys posted on that. And if you guys have any questions specific to the ambassador program, I know we've discussed that it is a little bit of a commitment. So I know we have quite an array of people from different brokerages joining us today. So if you have any questions on, who the best person should be, please reach out to us as well or put questions in the chat. I love what Thomas said. We're wanting to build a community through truMobile, so it's awesome to have you guys all on this call. So please feel free to share any feedback or ideas that you guys have, because other people in this group might have the same idea as well.
Yeah, and to answer your question there, Melissa. So we actually have some videos right now they're more for app promotion, which anyone on this call, feel free to reach out. I think there might even be a form inside the one of our training guides that you can fill out, and we'll send you the video. But yeah, we have some marketing videos that we rebrand for you. But yeah, we are looking at making a bit more like more how-to videos that you can repurpose and send out to your clients. Like, hey, how to get your PIN card. Hey, what do I do when I don't know when my next payment is, right? And they can actually be a branded video about how to go find that information. So I do recommend everyone check out the Confluence page, the truMobile knowledge base. A lot of the information we've talked about today is there, as far as like how to promote it, how to get a video, and things like that. But long term, we know we've written a lot of words, we've shown a lot of screenshots there, but we are going to try and make them a little bit more video friendly and a little bit more rebrandable for the team here to actually promote to the end customer. Looking for a few more questions, and so I'm also trying to read these polls at the same time. These are great. Oh, sorry, Richard. I'm not sure what the emulator is. Do we? Is it an older feature?
Sandra might be able to answer that.
Yeah. So the fun part is the app's been around long enough that some of the so like impersonation mode. So there is so inside the app there is you'll be able to see for anyone who's when you're logged in, along the far right there's actually like a little person, and if you click on that you can impersonate your customer and see exactly what they see. Oh, not impersonation mode. Oh, so you want to have like a demo account, kind of sort of for the app? We can definitely do that. Just for demo accounts that you can show. They just probably won't be branded your brand because it's actually really hard to create a fake profile in any of your accounts because the data is based on real Sysio data. So it's hard to create someone fake. So that's what we always used when you see us do a demo or do the monthly training. It's always in that Best Insurance app, and that's all fake, anonymized data that's in there. So we can definitely get a test account out that you guys can use, but it won't be branded your brand. That'd be the only downside.
We have some time. So yeah, if you guys have, I guess we didn't anticipate that we would be done so quickly. So we're happy to answer any of your questions, but also if there's anything that you guys are wanting to get out of this today, like I said, anything that you're on the fence about joining the ambassador program that we can answer and help clarify for you. That's really the purpose of this call, is to make sure that you guys all understand what the program's purpose is, what's going to be the plan for the next year once you do make that commitment, and of course, what sessions you're wanting to see. So if there's any, I know page reports is definitely on the list of many, and definitely high on ours.
Sandra's logging back in here. Sure, yeah, and like I said, yeah. Sorry, Neil, I see your question. So you feel free to reach out to us. Yeah, the biggest thing here is we want to give you more power to actually promote your app, to get your brokers excited. And we're going to be a little bit more hands-on with actually helping you accomplish these goals, like in your brokerage. We're happy to do more presentations, get you marketing materials, and get feedback from your frontline staff, from your customers about where you want to see us improve and what features you want to see next. So
I'll take a moment to promote Amplify. Since we have you all in front of us, if you haven't heard, we do have our second Amplify conference coming up in January. So we'll be presenting. We have some pretty cool speakers. So we have Manjeet Minhas from Dragon's Den, Ryan Holtz from his podcast there, Pete Tessier will be on, and many more speakers. I could list them all, but it's going to be a good time. I know most of you joined us for our first Amplify session, and we've really taken it up a notch. I think Tom's putting the registration in the link there. yeah, super excited. So if you have any questions on Amplify as well, please let us know. And it's free. Yeah, I forgot to mention it's completely free, which is awesome.
Oh, Tanya's hitting you with strong CE credits too, because they'll be all good by the new year. So, yeah, come join us for Amplify. Feedback, please keep it coming. You don't have to worry about our feelings. We love it. We love hearing the feedback. We want to hear how we can make the tool better. And hopefully, in the new year with some of the features launching, you'll see a lot more of our faces and a lot more training and hands-on. And then, come join Amplify. Promote it, tell your brokers and your other brokers, let everyone know about it, because that's what we're trying to create here is technology for brokers built out of a brokerage, right? So we really want to make sure we're doing everything we can to support the Canadian broker channel.
Yeah. It doesn't look like we have any more questions, so we'll give you back an hour here. But we do have another draw to make. So whoever has made it this far and stayed engaged with us, again, we appreciate it. So we'll do another draw here.
I really hope I win one.
Tarek. And I'll tell you, Tarek, you also won when we tested it this morning. So you're a lucky guy today. Oh, someone going again?
And Michelle Rose, who I know already signed up, we'll get her a gift card as well.
Okay, Thomas and Jordan, I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Yeah.
Great. One of the things I just want to say is that we'd really like you as an ambassador to give us the feedback so that we know what features we need to add. One of the things also that we are going to do with our ambassadors is having them as our usability group. So we're going to show you the features that we haven't launched yet, and we're going to take your feedback to enhance them before we actually launch them. So by the time we launch them, you can use them right away. So we'll get your feedback ahead of time. Please share with us any feedback that you have right now from your customers, from your staff. This will be the role of the ambassador, just to increase the adoption, give us the feedback. You're our ambassador in your own brokerage, and together we can make this work. Thank you.
Yeah. So I think that's it for questions. I think there's a few more polls coming up, but feel free to reach out. We'll get you the marketing materials, and just so everyone knows, there will be a recording of this video going out shortly after this call, as well as your current adoption numbers. And as we mentioned, we're going to set that as a benchmark, and then we're all going to work together to increase adoption and get more users on the app.
Yeah, I know a lot of you have been asking for this for a while now. So we have 3 different metrics that are going to come in the user report. So you'll have the number of users the number of users you have in the app, how often they're signing in as well. So every quarter we'll check in with those ambassadors and go over those reports. We'll use that benchmark of our top performers to show you who you're competing with. But we're really looking forward to working closer with you guys on raising those numbers. I know naturally because of COVID, we saw a big increase in adoption, which was a kind of a silver lining. People were kicked into using that technology, but we definitely have seen that kind of peter off since COVID's. I mean, we're back in lockdown, but we have seen the adoption peter off a bit. So we want to get that engagement back to where it was, in the March, April, May months, which you guys will all see in your reports. It's pretty solid across the board that was a trend. So yeah, we want that to stay steady. We don't want to lose that momentum.
Oh wow, Paige, that's an amazing new sign up. So we'll be maybe we'll get you to speak at our next one. You can tell us how you got to your 1,800 users since COVID, because I think that's something we all want to celebrate, and that's what we're here to do.
Rob's raising his hand. I'm not sure if he has a question. I don't think I can unmute you, Rob, so you might have to type it in.
Yeah, Paige, we're going to get in touch with you shortly after this call, probably. Now I'm curious. I want to hear new tips and tricks, and everyone's kind of got their own way of getting there. So,
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the goal. I mean, we'll all be able to pick pieces from what everyone else is doing and find what works for you. I mean, Sharp's done an incredible job, but the way they've done it might not work for your brokerage. So having a community where different brokers on different paths can share their ideas will be awesome, and you can kind of pick the pieces that work for you. And I'm really excited to see this progress. I think having someone engaged on the app at all times will be incredible. Okay, not sure, Rob, if you accidentally raised your hand, but if you do have a question, feel free to reach out to me on the side as well. Oh, canceled. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all from us today. I know that we were scheduled for 2 hours. We really wanted to, the idea at the start was we were going to hop right into the ambassador program and kick it off with a session, but we realized that we didn't really set the parameters. So we wanted to make sure that everyone knew what the commitment was, what the program looked like. So then when we kick this off with our first session, we know that everyone on the call is solid on the program, they've committed, and we'll get started that way. So we'll give you back an hour here, but as always, we're available. I know everyone has Thomas and I's contact. You'll get an email after this, like I said, with your adoption rates, but also with our contact information if you do have any questions. And yeah, I mean, we've said it a million times, but your feedback is really important to us. So please share it. Good, bad, ugly. We want to hear it. And again, we just super appreciate your time, and we look forward to working with our ambassadors.